Last night we were pushing from the Kazakh-Russian border to the Mongol border. It was about 2 in the morning and the car started going side to side, and then there were sparks coming up over the top of the car and the car kept swerving side to side. At that point I knew what had happened. I knew that I'd lost a wheel. And it was just basically try not to die at that point. Dominic and Vaughn have gone to town to see if there's any chance we can get a bearing for it and try to limp it to Mongolia, otherwise we're going to ditch it.
I'm with him.
There's no defined winner to it. It's basically whoever has the best story at the end of it is crowned the winner by everybody at the bar in Mongolia. First thing, head gasket blew and we had to replace it in the desert. Then the Fiat just died and we left it in the desert. The C-Yacht's clutch went, so we built a hand clutch to operate that the passenger used. Patrick got to Kazakhstan, he got there and they wouldn't allow him into Russia, and Kazakhstan had already punched him out, so he got stuck in no man's land.
They don't even care if it becomes an international incident.
And we've been joking around a lot and we're talking to him.
I'm stuck in McLaughlin.
How are the women in McLaughlin?
Most often they're non-existent.
He was talking at one point about jumping the fence and trying to escape.
I got the idea from the Scots.
He asked us to go scout it out, and there's this guard sitting there with guns.
Then the Scots told me that they came very close to getting shot.
And he's going through it, and then he gets to this point and he pauses, and you can kind of see in his eye that he's really scared. And he goes,
I gotta leave.
I can't stay here. And as we're walking back, Dominic goes to me,
Yeah, he's gonna lose it soon.
yeah. I came back to the border that next day, and that's when I got there and found out he wasn't there.
Apparently sometime during the night Patrick was moved to Almaty. I really should be with Patrick. He shouldn't have to deal with this alone.
And at that point we had 3 days to get out of Russia into Mongolia. If our visas expired, we were told by the embassy that we'd essentially probably spend some time in a Siberian prison for a while. We had just enough time to make it to the border if we drove straight through. The Fiesta, the first night at 2 in the morning, lost a wheel. We got that fixed the next day on a Saturday morning by some Mercedes mechanics. The distributor cap failed, couldn't fix it, so we ditched it in the Siberian woods.
Pull away for a while.
Vaughn went up to the front with a passport showing that our visa expired. You guys come, you guys come. Drove the Fiesta through the log trucks, the cars, and the people. Both mirrors folded over. We left nice racing stripes down a bunch of cars. Guards are pushing back people and the car pops through and they shut the gate and that was it. And lo and behold, there's another Ford Fiesta there. And it's the guys that we bought the car off of. We donated the car to an orphanage. It was auctioned off and the proceeds went to the orphanage. No car should be able to endure what we put that car through. At that time, that car and I were very connected.
$100 car.
$100 car, yeah. It survived elements that we never thought a car would ever survive. It got us to Mongolia without dying or ending up in a Siberian prison. We felt like the adventure was unfinished. We felt the only way to welcome it to the U.S. and be able to communicate the culture and the love we have for the car would be to drive it from Germany to Detroit via Shanghai and Panama. If we were awarded the Fiesta, that would be our choice of adventure.
Remembered as the barkeep fills your glass.